Hello guys, so today I'm going to show you how to create this abstract art. You can use it for paintings or for creating your render walls or whatever you want. The link to these textures are going to be in the description down below if you want to download them. Before you start, please consider buying some of my projects on my Gumroad store. The link is in the description, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here I have a plane. And now I'm going to create a new material. And I'm going to delete these nodes. And I'm going to start with the texture coordinates. Okay, I'm going to connect the object to it. Make sure you are in here or in render modes. Either way, it's going to work. So now, what I want to do first, as you saw in the image, I want to first do our sphere here, and for that I need to separate my X, so separate X, Y, Z and connect to the X, and you can see this line now. And I need a map node and set it to power. And so now you see our line like this, and change it to 2, so we have the line in the middle, and another power as well for our Y. So now you can see anything. That's because we need to add both of these, so connect them both, and now you see we have already our sphere. But this is not enough. To make our sphere have less of a gradient, we need to use another map node and set it to square root here. And now we need another node which is the greater than. And now you can see anything. That's because we need to lower this value, and here is our procedural sphere. Okay, so now that we have our sphere, we need to add our noise around the sphere and connect both of them. So we have our effects, and for that I need a Voronoi texture, and I'm going to Control Shift left click so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to change this to this one because I can't pronounce this, and to smooth F1. And I'm going to lower this number just a bit. And now I also need a noise texture. Connect the effect to our vector in here, and I'm going to connect the texture coordinates also in here. Okay, it's looking more like it. I'm going to lower this, add more detail, less roughness, and a bit of distortion. Point to around this. Okay. So now for us to join our circle again and to add a bit more variation, we need 3 more nodes, actually 2 of the same. One, it's a multiply, and connect to the scale in here. Now you can see much. If you change this, you start to see it, but I'm going to add another node, change it to add. And so, as you can see, I now added inside of the circle as I wanted, and also a bit of more variation in the outside. So now we have this, but I want extra detail, so I'm going to add another one in here in our multiply. And I'm going to change these numbers like to 5, and this one to a high value, because I want a bit more distortion. And we are almost there. We now need to play with our contrasts and our colors. So for that, I'm going to add a mix, change it to color. I'm going to connect this here and this here, and I'm going to change this to all the way to black and crank it like this. And this one I'm going to crank it to 1, to completely white, and change this to color dodge, and this one to color burn. And so now, as you can see, we have our effect in here. Okay, you can lower or add more to this value, so you can see we have more contrast. And the only thing that it's missing is our color, and for that I just added a magic texture. Change this to 4 because of the color, and I changed this to 8.5 and this one to 3.1. And so as you can see we have our color already, but I wanted to change a bit the contrast of it and change a little bit the color, so I just used RGB curve and play it around so I could have some darker parts and lighter, and this is pretty much what I did for the first texture. The second one, it's actually almost the same. I'm going to change it to that one here. As you can see, the only thing I did was I didn't use the ads that it was in here. I added a noise texture, as you can see, and I also didn't use the ads mattes in here. So as you can see, our sphere has this noise and it's not a perfect sphere inside, and you can play with the noise. And I also connected our noise to our texture coordinates, and that's the only thing that I changed, and that's how I created the other one. And to change the color, I just played with this value. As you can see, if I lower this, we have the same colors as the other one, and if I start to crank it, it will flip our colors on the inside, and that's the only thing that I changed. And yeah, this is how I created both of these textures. Yeah, I hope you liked it. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.